I've done plenty of videos on the DVX200 before because that's a camera that I use regularly. I've done videos on grading and correcting log footage before, and I've done videos on FilmConvert before. But today I'm going to do all three of them because I'm looking at the DVX200 color profile for Vlog-L within FilmConvert. FilmConvert, as I've said in other videos such as this one, has to be one of my favorite plugins. It works wonderfully well in DaVinci because of the way the interface is built within DaVinci. And it just does, it's just so simple to get results that you want. I mean, I can do everything using FilmConvert. No one tells me to say these things, by the way. I genuinely really like the plugin. So I'm going to do a couple of corrections on this footage. I would say that the clips I've chosen here, what I've tried to do here is I've chosen a couple of clips that are well exposed for log footage, so possibly slightly to the right, but not, not overexposed by any means. We've got a good, nice range. If I look at the waveform, zoom in on the waveform here, we've got a good range going from the kind of upper limits of the Vlog-L profile down to, not profile, the curve, down to the sort of lower limits here. So we're sort of using everything in the dynamic range in a shot like this. Maybe not so much down the lower end actually, but there's a couple of dark spots on this guy's jacket. And I want to just show you what that profile looks like because the guys at FilmConvert have done a nice job of it. So I'm going to stick a serial node on there and just apply the FilmConvert profile, the FilmConvert plugin to this. Now, initially, it doesn't change it just changes the colors to that sort of slightly more sort of organic type look. But now I can go to here and I can say choose my camera and go to Panasonic, and because this is the only one I've got selected, the only one I've got installed, it comes up straight away with the DVX200, and it has the standard kind of scenes in here, which are the factory scenes. And then we have the option of Vlog-L down the bottom. This is nothing new, by the way. Panasonic released FilmConvert released this some time ago now, but I've just never got around to doing a video on it, and I wanted to just show it off a bit in a video, I suppose. So let's apply that, and straight away you can see that this gives a vibrant sort of. It's pretty good, just like that. You could use it just like that. If anything, it's slightly overexposed for the day, but that's good. That's kind of how I wanted it to be because it means now that I can just drop the exposure down slightly within the plugin itself like this, and we get to a sort of level which is perfect. We've got our levels right here to the top. We've got levels right down to the bottom. We can maybe drop the blacks just a touch and move the lift down just a bit there to drop, kind of just make his jacket look a bit darker. And the only other things really that I would do in here is add a little bit of saturation, a little bit of extra saturation. And I personally like to bring up the kind of magenta in the midtones. I just like that kind of look. It's just a sort of thing that I personally go for. So if you bring that up, just see if you I'll do it a lot. That sort of tone to the image, I like that. So I'm gonna wouldn't want it quite that much, but just bring it up to there, and then of course kill the grain because, well, who likes the grain? No, the grain looks great. It just doesn't work in any kind of compressed sort of codec, so just drop that straight out of it, and we've got a pretty nice looking image. And thank you to my model here. Don't know who this guy is, by the way. I just think he's he's got sort of lovely, sort of good head of grey hair and just nice sort of colour in this top here on the collar, and yeah, just looks good. So thank you for that. And I got another one of a lady sat here just quietly reading a book, I think she was. And then what I'm going to do now is just put this grade straight on, using exactly the same settings. And there we go. You don't even have to do anything. That is just all within FilmConvert. So we've gone from that straight to that. Would I do anything to that? I don't think so. I think that's absolutely fine as it is. Now with darker. This is a completely crap, this shot. It just didn't work out at all. But it's totally underexposed for one, and I just didn't have the camera set up. But, you know, this guy wasn't going to stop and pose for me, so I just thought I'd just go for it anyway. But yeah, you can see that it's totally underexposed. But I'm going to just stick that on, just do an Alt-S and stick it. Oops. That's my Bluetooth keyboard waking up. And I'm going to put this on again anyway and apply it and show you how well it works with underexposed footage, because this works fine with underexposed footage too. So right now it looks, well, that's no good, is it? We've got everything down here, but we can just bring the exposure up in the plugin, you know, like this, and it brings it to something that looks reasonable. Or alternatively, we can reset it here, go back to our first node and just, you know, change the offset of the whole clip, and we essentially get the same result. We're just shoving a higher level into the FilmConvert node. So that sort of works okay and gets a pretty nice image. And I'm just going to try this on something, I think, which was the shot. We've got this nice one of the guys rowing here. Wonder how that one looks with these settings. Pretty good. Look at that. It just makes everything so easy and so quick. Probably zoomed in a bit too much there, wasn't I? But yeah, this is what I mean. I just love it down here because there's always these kind of things to just quickly, you know, film and have a look what's going on. So this is the OCX plugin. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? OCX. And you just dump that. You just install that OCX plugin, and it immediately shows in DaVinci. But not so easy to do in Premiere. But not because you don't get these nice slider interfaces. But it still works the same and still looks as good. So yeah, it's fine. It's really, really nice and easy way to correct and grade your DVX200 footage.